Good morning. It's Friday, October 28th. Welcome back to Top Story. Hit the like and subscribe button below, then give the full World Watch show a try. Now, this is Top Story. Maritime archaeologists have found the long-lost sister of an infamous 17th century warship. They've discovered the Oplet, that's Swedish for apple, sister to the much more famous Vasa. She sank on her maiden voyage.
Wait, Brian, did you just say sister and she and her?
I did. And you know, I've always wondered about that.
Me too. Well, I'm going to let you finish, but stick around and we'll get into it.
Fair enough. Vasa sunk after sailing just over 1,000 meters. The catastrophe was due in part to the fact that she was carrying 64 bronze cannons. Historians knew Vasa's builders had built another vessel that proved to be more seaworthy. But until recently, they didn't know what had become of her. Vasa is on display at a Swedish museum, but Oplet will remain on the seabed. Researchers plan to make a 3D model of her so the public can take a tour using VR technology.
Still curious why Brian called a pile of slimy sunken timber a she earlier in the show? Well, I'm glad you floated around long enough to find out why. Let's dive into it.
Who knew?
I've always wondered. I never knew that. Talk about a mystery solved. Wow.
World Watch wonders.
Why are ships referred to as she? Usually, when we say he or she, we're referring to a person or animal, but not an inanimate object. So why do we call a ship she instead of it? From a linguistic perspective, it's because the word ship derived from the Latin word navis. The Latin language assigns gender to inanimate objects, and navis is feminine. Another reason points to ancient maritime traditions. Throughout history, only men were allowed to be sailors, so many seafaring men named vessels after their loved ones, often their wives or mothers. They viewed ships as partners in their work, the vessel's main purpose to carry life and protect them from the deadly seas. Some sailors named ships after powerful historic women who believed guided their voyage. Others gave their ship a more faith-based name. Christopher Columbus, for example, sailed La Santa Maria, named after the Virgin Mary. But not everyone followed this naming rule of thumb. During World War II, Germany by and large referred to ships as she, but one captain took a different approach, calling the Bismarck a battleship he. As captain, he wanted to highlight the ship's strength and power by referring to it as masculine. Not as many people call ships she compared to the past, but the trend continues with naming vessels today and even extends to cars and planes. Ever heard of Princess Cruise Line? Oh, speaking of cruises, I think I should continue this story on one, Brian. You know, for work purposes.
Make sure to check out the full site at worldwatch.news/free video. You can try out the show free for a week. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. On the Big Bash, remember, whatever the news, the purpose of the Lord will stand.